back of it here. Listen, this book right here is, is mind changing. It helps you to see yourself for yourself and for the betterment of yourself. It helps you to see that some of the things in your childhood that may have happened to you was can affect your relationships as you get older, and not only your relationships as you get older, your your blessings, um your blessings and what God has for you. Um, and you might be like, your blessings, how? Because just for instance, let's say someone to get picked on all the time, used to get picked on all the time in school, or talked about the way they spoke. Um, they might not feel like they're worthy enough to get up and speak in front of people like Moses. Just like Moses. Um, God told Moses to do something. Moses said, but God, I can't go. I stutter. So that's a prime example of blocking our blessings. Um, things in our past are things that we feel that may be a crutch, hindering our blessings. Even though Moses did go, he still was like he had excuses at first. He told God, I can't go, I stutter. And I can relate to Moses because I didn't stutter, but I talk with my tongue. And I got talked about for talking with my tongue in school. I got talked about my teeth in school, if I'm being transparent. Um, and I know people can be mean. People can be mean. But this book right here, it helps you see yourself. It helps you walk into what God wants you to be and your purpose in life. Prime example, in chapter 1, Mary and John, their husband and wife. Mary is independent, controlling, and John is like sort of laid back. He's passive. Um, and both of them get their personalities from their childhood. That's how they was formed and molded into. That's how Mary was formed and molded into her controlling and independent personality, and that's how John was molded into his passive and laid back because he had a dominant mother, so to speak, that would be like, oh, look at you, you so clumsy and stuff like that. And we do that sometimes to our kids, and we are not thinking about the um, effect it will have on them on down the line. But if you are ready to change your life, if you are ready to change your mindset, because we can't do anything until we change our mindset. We may want to do it all day long, but we cannot do anything until we change our mindset. And if you don't believe me, go read Exodus and read about the Israelites. It had took them 40 years to come out of the wilderness because of their mindset. And that's how some of us are today. It takes us 40 plus years to come out of the wilderness because of our mindset. And once we get our mind right, once we check our mind, everything else will follow. Finances, relationships, um, spirituality. Because when our mind is messed up, we can't see what God wants us to see. So he can bless us, and so we can have what he wants us to have, and we can do what he wants us to do. We can't walk into our full purpose, is what I'm trying to say, if our mind is messed up. So we got to get our mind right. We got to check our mind. And like I posted earlier today, Egypt is a mindset. But this book right here is awesome. I'm cool. I mean, I'm not cool because I don't know Joyce like that. But Joyce, I don't have a problem with reading her stuff, and I've actually read this whole book already. But I read it, and I'm reading it again. And as I'm reading it again, I haven't too long read it, but as I'm reading it again, I'm finding stuff in it that I didn't find the first time. And like I said, I haven't read it too long ago. But it's that good to me. And not only that, I'm going to tell you something else, and then I'm going to go. I got my kids the teen version. I got my daughters the teen version of the book. So I read their book, and I ask them questions. I take my time, and I read their book, and I ask them questions. And I'm finna show y'all, so y'all won't think I'm lying. I ask them questions. These are the questions that I have written down, and I've asked them. All of this, I ask them questions because I want to make sure that they get their mind right too. Because once you start getting your mind right, you want everybody around you to get their mind right too. So not only you can reap the blessings of God, and you can have blessings on blessings on blessings, but so they can reap the blessings on God too. Because once you get your mind right, like I said, everything else gonna follow. Once you get your mind right, God gonna pull the blessings out to you. See, some of us don't have our blessings because we ain't got our mind right. And God's not going to give us the blessing until we get our mind right. He had to take the Israelites all the way around. All the way around. They could have went in a straight line, but he had to take them all the way around. He had to take them all the way around to get their blessing. Because if he had gave it to them, they wouldn't have been grateful. They was already complaining in the wilderness, and we do that too. We complain too. They said you could have left us back in Egypt. What sense does that make? But you know what? We do the same thing. But okay. That's my sermon for today. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a good night. And like my shirt say, pray through, push through, get through. Whatever you do, pray through, push through, get through. You can make it as long as you pray, believe in God, push through, because he doesn't want us to give up, and get through. Y'all have a good night. Be blessed. Becca Vet signing off.